Alright, rusty car fans, I know there's a few of you on this channel. Here we go. Now I think this is probably a HT Holden. It's got a HG grill in it, but what a cool old beast this is. Very rusty, very rusty. Now this car's got a story. I think the story's kind of funny, so I'm going to tell it to you. This thing is rough. It has been in a scrapyard since 1984, and where it was driven in, and for some unknown reason the guy just really liked it, so he just didn't somehow crush it. It just sat around the back of the scrapyard from 1984 until the day I saw it and I bought it. I mean, the guy wanted it cleared. I thought it was really cool, so I took it home, thought maybe I'll pull some parts off it and scrap it, but actually I kind of really liked it too. So it sat around here for the last few years. It's kind of like an unofficial mascot car, along with the Humber, which I'll probably walk you around now in a second after this, but I thought you'd like to see this one first. Smashed in the rear. That was what killed it back in the day, and it rolled onto its roof. Now, the story with this car is, apparently this guy had it, and he crashed it. Well, the guy walked in the yard, I'll tell you the story. The guy walks in the yard, he goes, wow, I used to have one of those back in the day. I was like, really? He goes, yeah. So I was in, I scrapped it years ago. He said back in 1984, he crashed into a ditch, and that's where it's sort of like I parked it up. I was like, wow. He said, yeah. He said, I hand painted it blue too. And I was like, really? And he said, yeah, I painted white stripes. And he went, hang on a second, let me have a look at the back. He said, I think this is the car. I'm like, really? This is the car? He's like, yeah. He said, I owned this car back in 1984. I rolled it backwards into a dish. It was hanging on its roof, and he said he just managed to get out of it. And as his girlfriend was getting out the other side, the car moved in the ditch. He caught his finger in the top of the door and he cut the top of his finger off. So he said, I was like, don't go near it, I'll have your other finger off. He said he couldn't believe that this car has survived in a junkyard ever since that day. I think it's kind of funny that that happened, but the chances of that happening is virtually zero. The thought that this car went into a scrapyard and then came back out again is next to nil. But it did, you know, it's somehow survived all these years. It's not going to go through another set of years. She's getting real rough now. I've got somebody come to look at it tonight, and I think they're probably going to buy it. I'd like to think they're going to buy it as a bit of shed art, but I've got a feeling they're going to buy it for parts, which means it's kind of, you know, it's a cheap parts car. But look at it. She is gone. I mean, this is bad. Even for New Zealand, this is bad rust. But of course, it's sat in long grass. I mean, would have been rough when it came in anyway. But it's sat in long grass ever since. I'm just going to be careful around here because there's wasps. The floor is shot. It's got a dash in it still, most of it apart from the clocks. Guy's asked about the wiring, so I assume that he wants to just check to see if the wiring's okay. This was sold by Emmett Motors in Hamilton. Oh, cool. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever opened the glove box in this. Let's have a look. Oh, it's doom and gloom in there. I think the seat just went through the floor a little bit more. Ah, rocky roads. I think that it's a fine parts car, if that's what you want. I think this is a Kingswood. So for all you Aussie rivet spotters out there, this looks like it had the trim around the doors at the top, which is a Kingswood trait, I think. Sitting on the other side, it looks more obvious. No, I mean, it is bad. We wanted to get this car running, we really did, but sadly, time has conspired against me. Door's still shut, like a new one. Time has conspired against me, and really, you know, I don't have the time to do this at the moment. I'm sure you know that my personal life is a little bit tricky at the moment with me selling a farm in the UK, but hopefully that will be done with shortly. Oh. I'm going to just lift this enough. Oh, it does lift. Look, it's still completing it, and it still turns. Like, it's a chance to start and look at the rust, rampant rust in the back of it here. This is shocking. You know, this is the worst. If you want to know how bad they can get, see that corner there? That is where the car is literally coming away from itself now. Has a subframe to the floor. That subframe is very rusted. The door gaps move and panels shift when you shift this car now. She is very bad. You know, doors do still open and close. Look, it's even cracking down the bottom of this panel here. This is basically a cover because it had a hole in the floor when they used to drive it. It's a manual 3 on the tree. Hope you guys are old enough to remember what a 3 on a tree is. Still got the old ignition system in it. It was still driving. He's obviously sold the clocks out of it, don't know why. And there's the old stereo from it. In the back, there's the old exhaust on the floor. Look at that. It's a very familiar car for a lot of people. I mean, obviously I've sent photos to the prospective purchaser of this car and said, hey, it's bad. So hopefully he knows what he's getting himself into. Very, very sad looking car. Shame, but you know, they can't all survive, and realistically this car has lived 10 times longer than you would think it would be. I mean, I wonder if the boot is still open. If the boot is still open, I'll show you in here as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's speed lightened. Both sides. Had a rather large family of rats living in this for a while, I would suggest. There's the other taillight. What's left of it. There's another bottle of lime brown kicking around in there, which is pretty cool. I'm going to show you run something else really cool in a minute too. Like we've got an old Humber armour plate Humber here. It was an armour plate. Oh jeez, that's like closing a crypt. I don't know what people are going to use for parts of this. I don't know what its eventual fate will be, but it's going to go this week. I'm going to head back to the UK, finish off SL and everything there, and then hopefully I'll be back to normal here. This is the quietest this yard has ever been. It's very sad. There's going to be a couple of interesting videos this week as I sort of clear through the rest of the things. But yeah, it's never like this. Reason for that is I've actually sold the yard at the moment, so I'm clearing the stock out. I'll tell you a little bit more about it. I guess we don't really watch these channels for people's personal lives, but you know, such is life. The business has been very slow for the last 18 months, and I've got to go back to the UK to deal with this property, so I've decided to close the business temporarily for now. You'll still be seeing videos from me, because of course I always do interesting bits and pieces. This is Shaker. We've actually finally, for the first time in 30 years, put a front end back in it. It's a full rebuilt front end as well, so we're actually doing the job fairly properly. You know, it's all the bushes and everything have been done. This is years ago this has been done. We put a steering wheel back in it, but nice to see it coming along a little. We've got a 12-bolt rear end for it. We're going to put in it shortly and get it rolling, so this will be rolling shortly. We were just trying to work out the front end paint on this. I'm sure if you've seen Shaker Run, you know exactly how this goes. I'll probably do a full video on this one at some point in time, but I'm going to go and show everybody the Humber next. Right, thanks guys. Like and subscribe, because this is really the only way the channel keeps going. We don't make any money from it at all. Not really. So you liking and subscribing is probably the only benefits I get from it. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll probably show you this Humber in the next video.